Let's go, man. I am so tired of this restream. Like nothing works like the way it needs to, guys. Welcome back to the Cornercade. I'm Danny, guys. We're gonna have a special guest on. I know a lot of you guys are coming from James Hates Everything's video with him and Michael B. So thank you guys if you're coming in from that. We're chilling, chatting here, guys. We have some detective work we did yesterday, and I'm just trying to collect my thoughts here because my wife did all of the research here. I did not, so I'm just coming straight from work, 12-hour shift kind of thing, like I told you guys know. And so my brain's a little wrapped here. So stick with me here. I'm going to try to get through this as smoothly as possible. 19K Fox dropped some cool 720 news. We'll talk a little bit about that. But yeah, long and short, before we get started, guys, I want to bring the star of the show in so we can say hi to all of you guys in the chat. So let's go ahead and bring in our special guest. It's Mrs. CC. Let's go. How you doing, honey?
I'm doing.
You're
How's everybody tonight?
You're just getting by.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay.
Driving to the finish line.
Hey, we're gonna say hi together. Together to everybody in the chat.
Sync?
And I know you're a little bit on the lag right now because you're like we're doing a little behind the scenes stuff. So before we get started, guys, we obviously have Mrs. CC did some investigation work. Now, guys, we could be totally wrong, right? But we are probably gonna break some news here, which is very exciting. So stay tuned, guys. Don't want to ride this out for too long, but I do want to say hi to each and every one of you guys that come in here and support us day in and day out. So Julio Hernandez, thank you so much for popping in. We got Prince Vinny in the house. Jason, always a pleasure, always moderating. He's got a big job, makes our show and lives a lot easier. Gotham City Arcade is here. Thank you so much, man, for stopping by. Let's see, we got Calvin Wong, Thumper Squid, Kevin Clausen saying raid, absolutely love it. J Rod, thank you so much, man, for stopping by. Chris C, Goofy Foot. He's got the Cyrus. Let's go. I love it. Honey, you following along the chat? James Hates Everything is here.
I'm like 5 minutes ago.
Okay, that's okay. We'll say hi together. Vic Vicious in the house. Vic Vicious, we have some news. I don't know if you're going to like it or not, but it is news. So just, we'll see. We'll get there. I promise. Stupid Fat Hobbit actually asked John D to come on to the stream and chat with us. Let's see if he shows. Yes, let's see if he shows. I think John D is a fan of Mrs. Cornercade, not so much of me, which I get it, guys. Like,
so we're on the same page.
Hey, I can fully understand that I am a different flavor, and you're either gonna love me or you're gonna hate me. There's really no in between of that guy's all right. It's you're either team Cornercade or you hate the Cornercade. Period. And I've accepted that. Listen, I've been alive for 38 years. That's my entire life from start to finish. So I'm not. We'll see what happens. Big B is in the house. Thank you so much. The longest intro on YouTube. Oh, come on now. There are YouTubers out there with hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Their intro is like 43 minutes long. Trust me, their countdown is that long. Addicted to Arcade1up is in the house, man. Thank you so much for stopping by. Dude, y'all need to stop spreading false hope. OneUp is now owned by an asset liquidation company. All signs point to it. I'm not happy about it, but the truth always hurts. Well, we will see what happens tonight, live and in the building. I love it. Thumper Squid, the boom, shaka laka. I absolutely love it. Let's see who else is here. Galaga Guy, thank you so much, man, for popping in and stopping by. The chat is flowing. I love it, guys. I got to scroll way down here.
It has a lot of energy for it being so late.
Hey, that's good. I mean, I
need some of that.
Well, this is Saturday night. We are live.
Saturday?
We're not live normally during Saturday, but, we're going to kick it off with a Kevin Clausen. Let's go, dude. Kevin Clausen, thank you so much right out of the gate for supporting us with a $2 bill. Listen, my grandpa, he always used to give us me and my brother $2 bills in cards, like for Christmas, birthday, whatever, right? He was a master of the $2 bill. So Kevin Clausen, thank you for bringing back that memory. Says Katie made lots of sense the other day. Let's go. Well, if you think she made sense last night, you guys ain't seen nothing yet. Trust me, we will get to this. I just want to say hi to everybody. 100%. Mike Cockers is in the building. Michael B just wrapped up with James Hates Everything. Needs to fix his hair. Was that from his profile picture? The cool hair that he had? Let's see here. Tim York is in the house saying hello, everybody. Tim, welcome aboard.
I think Michael B has to fix his hair.
I wear a hat. I got no hair left, so we'll just leave it as that. We are coming out hot, dude. Let's go.
Closer.
All right, honey, this is for you. You want to read? Oh, well, there's a little lag
Yeah,
here.
I can't read it. Just
it's
go
okay.
ahead.
I'll go ahead and
We
read it.
trust you.
Another
You can read it.
$2 bill from Kevin Clausen. Thank you so much, man, for supporting the channel. Says, could you guys sit a little closer? Hope as well. Well, I can't. I'm like in the. I mean, Mrs.
I
Corner
feel
Kate
like he
needs to.
thinks closer.
Oh, like this way, not like this way. Mrs. Corner Kate's got her own space, right?
He
We used to do
smells.
that.
I don't want to be like him.
No, I don't. That's just a flat lie. Thank you so much, man, for supporting the channel. Deviant for Life is in the building. Thank you so much, man. We got Intel, Maxwell, Fireside Arcade, dude. We are begging for Arcade1up news, and I can feel it. I can feel it in the air tonight, guys. Let's go, dude. Let's see. Fantasy Games and Toys. Thank you so much, man, for coming by. Love you, dude. Thank you so much for the support. Absolutely love it. See, Peter McNabb is here, man. Let's go, dude. Michael B. the Game Genie's in the building. Let's go, man. Howdy. Guys, this is gonna be cool. Let's go. And then we got Jason coming in hot with 5 memberships. Thank you so much, Jason, for supporting the channel, dude. We got Gallagher guy's got a membership. We got Calvin Wong. Carl Owens in the house with a membership. Thor KC, Randy Vaughn, dude, let's go. And for Tony C, it's only 8:30 there because great, it's like 10:30 here, so we're already exhausted from the day. Oh my god. Okay, I think I got to mostly everybody. Richie's our retro. That's always a complicated name for me to say. Richie's Caves Retro Cave. There you go. That's a tongue twister. Try to say that 10 times fast. Oh my god, dude! The love is flowing in, and I absolutely love it, guys. So let's hit it with a super chat sounder. Let's go. All right, Mrs. CC, go ahead and take it away. We got a James Hates Everything $5 super chat. Fire it up, Mrs. Cornercade.
All right. James says, so I have to contradict Mrs. C. They didn't file an FCC of Fast and Furious. Golden Tea's FCC was filed after it was leaked, and new IGT 32 is coming, though barf. We got to figure out this FCC thing, because I'm only going based off what the community is saying.
Yeah, I mean, that would be somebody like a John D, a Michael B, a Fox, 19K Fox knows all about the FCC.
Everyone was
filings.
saying that it was if it was a new title, then there would be an FCC.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, because we don't see FCCs every year for Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, so that's just my guess.
But did we not see the FCC for Fast and Furious because they had it like eons ago and we just missed it?
Perhaps, because I don't keep up with those, so I don't know. That's a great question. I mean, James Hates Everything. Obviously, thank you again for supporting the channel. I was supposed to be on your show tonight, and trust me, we'll have to reschedule through rain check. But as you know, there was some news that Mrs. Corner Kate. I'm like, we got to go live with this. So there was too much going on with everything. So
we just very overwhelmed today. I'm really not certain why.
It's I'm with the community. That's why. It's cool stuff. Okay, guys. So let's back the bus up just real quick. I want to go ahead and just show this because I wanted to kind of talk about this real quick. So. Okay, so Fox, 19K Fox released a video, and this is, for you guys that haven't seen it, for you guys that have seen it, Arcade1up is in the background there, on the wall there. This looks like
popping.
It's popping. Mm-hmm. What does that mean? Is it going? Is that like? Should I put a filter on it? Let me know, guys. Let me know in the chat. Okay, so for you guys, this is a 720 Deluxe is what this looks like. Now, this was obviously, we've seen things from like Double Dragon when they made their Deluxe cabinet. Well, not Deluxe cabinet, but they made their cabinet that was in their pop-up store down in Florida. So this was a... my mic is hot. What does that mean? Is that
Hi, it's English.
Yeah, English, please, guys. Like, do I need it further away from my mouth?
Say we're 50 years old. I don't understand what you're saying.
Yeah, you guys are using this like dope terminology that I don't know. Yeah, you were blowing into the mic. Oh, okay. Lower your gate. Okay, here.
Stop breathing so hard.
Well, here it's
when
all
he's
this.
Really excited. He starts heavy breathing.
Hold on, guys. I'm gonna fix this real quick while we're live and in the building. Okay,
No,
hold on.
You have to give me one because if it's me, I'll cry.
Here, it's in here.
The problem
Watch,
hasn't been fixed. I'm talking shit over
It's
here.
Mrs. CC. Okay, is that need a dead cat? I got one right here. Does that sound better, guys? Now, I don't like using the DJI mics, but when I have Mrs. Corner Kid in the building, I have to use them. I like using this mic, but if you see here, I got the little mic. Just want to make sure everything is okay. Just wanted to make sure everything's okay. All right, so while we're fixing out the mic situation here, this was a 720. Okay, thank you,
All right,
James.
what are we looking at? What is this?
So
Let's say it again.
So this is a 720 concept cab, essentially, that they probably made to bring to retailers to say, hey, look, do you want to buy this? Much like they did for Double Dragon and all that jazz. So
it's a prototype.
Long and short, this is a prototype. Now, what this leads to something that was on that leaked list. And we kind of thought that leaked list was a bunch of bologna sausage at the end of the day. So, I mean, this looks cool. Would I buy it? No. I just want to throw this out there that the feet on the bottom, if you see those feet, immediately I'm like, well, you couldn't put this next to any of your cabs because they would be taken, it looks like there's 4-inch gap in between each one. So it'd look a little weird. I don't know. It's just me, though. But I'm sure the chat would be like, the community in the chat here would be really excited about getting something like this because this is something new and fresh and it's innovative, right? So I don't know. Honey, what do you think when you first saw this? Just for an example, like.
Well, I told you, those Tesla trucks that are like spaceship? That's what it reminds me of. I don't know why, but that's the first thing that came to my mind.
Just like one of them big Tesla SUV thingies.
Yep.
I
know nothing about this cabinet.
I never played it. I guess it's a skateboarding game. I don't know. But long and short, what it's starting to do is make that list a little bit more believable, and that's why I brought this into the building. I mean, we don't know really anything about this, and this could be just, again, they built it, it's just there, and for somehow 19K Fox has a leaked image of this.
But for all we know, this could have been something that John D made.
100%. Like
he was there. This was his idea, and it just sat there.
Yeah, the Cybertruck. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you're right. You're right. We don't know. But long and short, I think it just makes this list a little bit more believable. And guys, while we're watching here, Damian Williams was like a great point. We got 89 people in the building, but only 19 likes, guys. Let's get that number up. Trust me, guys. Believe it or not, there are people in the home arcade community that love collecting these things that would be like, wow, like, I don't even know this channel exists. This channel being the Cornercade Show. Like, give this video a like because that's going to help support the channel and get our name out there to each and every one of the people that love collecting these home arcades. So just want to throw that out there. But if we bring this guy down, this is where, Mrs. CC, I want you to kind of explain just what's going on here. So 720 is there.
So you're done talking about that? Are we getting it? Are we not getting it? That's it?
Well, that's not. It's not.
I
don't think it's coming to fruition. So
why not?
Do you think? Because it looks like a prototype.
I think every prototype that we see doesn't come out.
No, like
I think it gets stuck there, and the only reason why we see it is because we're never going to see it again.
Yeah, no, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I think this was something that was made, and the retailer said, "Yeah, we're good."
Well, I'm assuming it because it's a new form factor, it's a new license, it's new everything. It's going to cost like $1,000. The thing is a monster.
I wouldn't say it's a monster. That's a deluxe for sure.
It's a monster. Like monster, I'm talking like Time Crisis is a monster. How much was Time Crisis when it came out?
Oh, like $750.
New form factor, new license.
Yeah, I don't know. So,
okay. Anyways, moving right along.
Yeah.
So last night's stream, we were talking about.
Wait, can I pause you real quick because we missed something? If it's cool with you guys, okay, let's hit it. Okay, real quick, Deviant just wanted to say you want to throw $1.99 our way and said, shout out to Danny's Mike getting the night off. That the DGIs are tagging each other in. Okay, thank you so much, man, for supporting the channel. Go ahead, Mrs. Corner Kid.
I'm still in a super chat. Look at that. Okay, so last night, when I come on stream, my brain is literally mashed potatoes. You guys are getting the leftovers from the toddlers running me ragged. So the wheels don't really start spinning until midday the following day. So during nap time, I'm like reflecting on the stream and I'm kind of piecing everything together. So we talked about a lot. We talked about how there's going to be a collab cab, right? We talked about, I'm talking to you, I'm looking at you, literally looking at you. We talked about how there's going to be a collab cab.
Mhm.
right? We discussed it was going to be Golden Tee and
Mortal
Mortal
Kombat.
Kombat.
Yep.
And we heard that from Michael B.
Yeah.
So it's going to be Midway, right?
Well, collab cab, but also like a Frankenstein monstrosity.
So when you think of collab cab, what is a collab cab to you?
Atari 50th, X-Men 97. I know.
But where do they come from?
Well, they come from Cyrus's brain.
No, they don't. Who pays for the collab cabs? Is it Arcade1up or?
Oh, was it like, so you're saying Disney paid for that? So they kind of released it? Okay.
Correct. Yeah. So it's funded by that, from my knowledge, at least. This is what I know. So this is what like spiked my research. So we found that out. We knew it was going to be a split cab. Where am I going with this? My brain just like, see, mashed potatoes.
That's okay.
So anyways, oh yeah, that's where I was going with it. John D's message about how we are getting something within a couple of weeks, right? So what is happening? It's a collab cab. So something's got to be happening. So last time we found out there's a collab cab, God, I hate saying that. It was X-Men 97. And we found out that X-Men 97 was being released shortly after we found out about the cab, right?
Yeah.
So what's happening in a couple of weeks?
The Summer Olympics.
Yes. So
and where is that being
outside of the box, right? And where is the Summer Olympics?
And where is the Summer Olympics? The Summer Olympics is in Paris, guys, this year.
Yes, it's in Paris. So we found out from Michael B. it was going to be a Midway mix with Golden Tee, right? So I kind of like started looking. I'm like, okay, well, something's got to be funding this. So it's got to be the Olympics that's funding it, right?
Yeah, and let me just pause you real quick. One would think if you put two and two together that this would be the track and field cab, just branded the Paris Olympics to get the sponsorship there. But that's just too obvious, right?
But it's got to have ties to Paris, right? Because why would the Olympics fund it if it has no ties to it, right?
Exactly.
So I started Googling, and I went through, because we found out that it was going to be something, since there's no FCC, it was going to be something that Arcade1up already owns. So I started Googling different Midway cabs and Paris, and we came across a website.
This guy right here, guys. So I want you to explain this real quick, and I'm just gonna, I guess.
So along with my Googling, so there's nothing Mortal Kombat in Paris. It was two opposite sides of the magnets touching, right? I went through the line and I got to Space Invaders, and this comes up. So there's an artist named Invader who has gone around Paris, and he has tiled art based off of the Space Invaders game throughout Paris.
Yes.
So my theory, you guys, is that we're going to be getting a half Golden Tee, half Space Invaders.
Boom.
I could be completely wrong.
You heard it here first. So,
but if the Summer Olympics is in Paris, it's Midway.
And Midway, Space Invaders is owned by Midway, and this would give Arcade1up a chance to kind of redo Space Invaders. And I want everybody in the chat, like, goosebumps is starting, guys. One would think Arcade1up would come out with a Deluxe Space Invaders. That would probably make sense, but there's one game on there. That's it. Arcade1up doesn't want to do one games anymore. So this is a chance to bring it back, but with something else as well, and give it a different tie-in. Now, again, I've told you, and I don't want to cut you off, but I just want to get this thought off my head. I've told you guys numerous of times, this would fall under the wacky, crazy shit, like the claw machine, the coin pusher, the Golden Tee Space Invaders, but you gotta stay true to arcade authentic things. Do your wacky shit. Do 10 wacky things a year. I don't give a shit. Throw out the 64-inch Infinity game table. I do not care. But at the end of the day, I'll know I'll still get my titles that I want. My Third Strike Dynamo cab. The cabs that are actually going to fill in the arcade. But boom, drops the dynamite. You keep going with this, Mrs. Cornercade.
Jason said Space Invaders is developed by, is it Taito? Whatever. Correct. But Midway owns a license.
So there you go.
So from what I know, and I could be wrong, I don't know, from what I've learned through like talking to Travis and Michael B and everybody else, is these collab cabs are funded by other people. That's how they come to light. So I think James hates everything mentioned. How could they have two different licensors on one cab? So my theory is that it's the Olympics. They wanted something sports related. So that brings us to Golden Tee. Why Golden Tee? Well, 2011 Golden Tee has a map or a board in Paris. It's actually like a Paris themed board. It's like Golden Tee Force. I don't remember. I looked that up too. So I'm thinking that's how they got there.
Man,
at
that's
least.
if you're from
But
me,
I spiral. So my anxiety makes me spiral, and I spiral, and I love puzzles. So here I am
if
down
you're
a
from
rabbit
me to
hole.
you, this is a reach. This is a reach in front of the
Huge
stars.
reach.
And chat, I wanna get your opinion. I mean, this is the website, guys, so you can see that there's Space Invader themed all over the joint. Like this guy, I mean, it's all over. So let me bring this guy down real
I'm
quick.
only saying it's a dual cab because that's what Michael B said is coming out. Otherwise, I would say that we would be getting a Space Invaders Deluxe.
So we're going off speculation. I know it's a reach, but this is the stuff that we kind of looked forward to and we dug into it. Now I want to see what you guys have to say in the chat. So let me scroll up here. We're getting a lot of now, Miss Cornercade. You did the work, that you had the ball in your court. A lot of people are rebuttaling to say title, but licensed to Midway. Title were assets with both quarter arcades and iArcade getting Space Invaders released. Let me see here. Midway got some publishing rights in the past. Big B says the article says the Space Invaders started in 1998. Let's see here. We got Jason says Space Invaders was made. Oh wait, where you got that? Sorry, I'm like the chat's flying. James says everything makes sense. He says golf is in the Olympics, so
it is.
boom.
That's what I'm saying. So it's got to still make sense. But if we look at it, so basically, you guys, this artwork, there's an app and everything. So you can download this app and you walk around the streets and you scan pictures of the art, and it goes into this database in your phone, and you get points and everything. So obviously, it's a huge thing in Paris. So they're probably trying to incorporate something that is like tourist.
And to be honest with you, we don't know if it's a deluxe or it could be an XL. It could be
totally
either or.
wrong. Again, this is a massive reach.
It's a massive reach, but I think this would be more in that realm of kind of like piggybacking off of Michael B, what he said. Yeah, I mean, like James says, this is a stretch, like James Armstrong level.
But again, now remember what John D said. It's unexpected.
Like this would be unexpected, right?
Mortal Kombat, I feel like, is expected. This is completely unexpected. I mean, if we're gonna think of a Golden Tee and a Mortal Kombat split, let's get crazy. Like, why not?
Like exactly, and this would truly fall right under Arcade1up. Think about it: Mortal Kombat Supreme, Kith collab, 7-Eleven Pac-Man. I mean, all this just dumb, wacky shit that they do. And again, do that shit, and they have a whole department for that. But then you guys better be coming out with the real shit that we want to be playing, the Q*berts of the world and stuff like that. But yeah, Addicted to Arcade1up wants to know who's our dealer, because we got some good shit.
What?
Drug related.
Walgreens.
Yeah, Walgreens. Yeah. So again, if this all leads back to they come out with this is a stream that you guys can say, oh shit, they were right, kind of thing. Now this could also go the other way. This is
a huge stretch.
This is speculation on top of speculation, but it would make sense.
Everybody laughed at me when I mentioned X-Men 97.
And yeah,
I was in that chat,
hit
and
him with
I
the
said
truth.
X-Men 97 is coming on Disney Plus. It's being released, and everyone's like, nah.
And remember, I didn't even know what you were talking about. I guess this is some kind of cartoon tie-in thing, and sure shit, literally the next day,
I think Fox broke it, or someone else broke that news.
Well, to be fair, and I love you guys, I love everybody in the chat, but I went live with that. I was the first one to break that. And again, I don't need to run with the torch with it. We're all one team, one dream here. But a lot of people like gave Fox the credit. I was already live while Fox was making the video, but it's neither here nor there. We appreciate everybody, obviously. We got a $2 super chat here from Kevin Clausen coming in hot. It says, Danny, move to the right and sit next to Katie. Let's fucking go.
He doesn't like me anymore, you guys. I'm telling you.
That's not
At
true.
least I have a chair.
You can come on over.
Sitting on the floor.
If you want to come on over, you just got to bring him. I think the problem is the mics would be too close, and I could be wrong. Like I don't know if they would.
Just one day I came in, I had my own computer and chair.
Jay said, John D expected to be unexpected. Does Space Invaders fit that profile? I love that little Space Invaders emoji.
Ask who expected to see Space Invaders back. Did you?
No. I mean, I think it'd be cool if they did a deluxe by itself. I think that'd be a huge upgrade, much like the Golden Tee got an upgrade. But I don't like this collab cab kind of thing, this
No,
mashup
nobody
Frankenstein.
likes the collab, but it's
Yeah.
not Arcade1up's choice. It's whoever's funding it.
Yeah, and James says here, I don't know, you got some lag there, but I brought up the comment here. It says, James says, I'd rather have a Golden Tee / track and field, but even that seems nuts. Maybe if it's skinned all Olympics and nothing else would make sense, maybe, because they're like kind of like all sports
Yeah, you guys,
related.
we don't know. It could, this could never even happen. There might not even be, I don't even know where the split cab came from, but we're rolling with it, right? So, yeah, it could be like Atari 50th. It could be completely skinned Olympics, and we could have all these rings all over it and gold Paris. I don't know. We have no idea.
Yes, 100%. And I think, okay, P-Dubs Arcade Loft says, wait, I just saw a stream saying half Golden Tee, half Mortal Kombat. Now this one says half Golden Tee, half Space Invader. What the hell is going on with this
P-Dubs,
community?
where are you? What are you going to come up with?
Yeah, P-Dubs, you're next in line, dude. Golden Tee and what? Claw machine. Oh, that's too funny. Okay, let's see here. If you want to scroll down the chat with the mouse
This thing's
there.
acting all funky, and I don't see, like, I don't want to hold the mouse either.
Okay, that's fair. I guess I got to drive the boat here.
Well, I mean, it's going. What do you want me to read?
Well, let's see here. I'm gonna send you something to send to somebody else real quick. So I'm just gonna do this.
So
you're
gonna
be.
Well, that's not my phone.
You're gonna be the background here, guys. Hold on. I know this isn't. I know this doesn't fully make sense to you guys because it's off camera here, but give me just a second here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so chat, I'm gonna see what you guys have to say again. I'm just coming home from work. Mrs. Corner Kid did all this work. It's breaking news kind of thing, and I want to see what everybody kind of has to say with this. Let's see. Let me scroll down here. C Marvel says Deluxe Space Invaders with an all button controls like the original sounds awesome. Yes, that would be awesome. Like a Deluxe Space Invaders 100%, but not this mashup monstrosity here. Let's see here. Kato says they need to do a Golden Tee Silver Strike Bowling. I mean, that would be the obvious at this point, but against Arcade1up, they want to do some crazy stuff. They want to do, it would literally fit the bill. Space Invader themed.
But this Arcade1up. Nothing. You guys keep saying Arcade1up. This has nothing to do with Arcade1up.
So
they want to make money. Obviously, they're in it to make money. But this would be like, if my theory is correct, this would be funded by the Olympics. So they would want to tie in something to do with Paris, and this artist is huge in Paris.
Wouldn't the Olympics want to sponsor like their rings on the cab and stuff?
That's what I. Are you listening? Are you on the same show? My theory is that we're going off of the render. Whatever. Who was that? Michael B. that came up with that render of half Mortal Kombat, half Golden Tee.
Yes,
it's not going to come out looking like that. It's going to be like Atari 50th. So it's going to be like skinned white or whatever color, probably white, with the Olympic rings and Paris and everything on the sides. I guarantee you.
Well, here, take one of these because, guys, we're going to get to the bottom of this. So we phoned a friend and we got our boy, Michael B., the Game Genie, in the house. Thank you so much, man, for stopping by.
Denny, you asked me earlier. You said, will you come on the show? And then I was ready and I was waiting. And I was like, are you going to send me a link?
Yes, this is a mashup with Mrs. CC, and she. Let's go. It was just, guys, it's all spur of the moment.
He's all over the place today. Yeah, he's not telling you the truth.
So Michael B., what do you think about our prediction here?
It's interesting. I always wondered if they would ever go back and do Space Invaders again. There's a couple things going against it. Number one is the first Space Invaders cab they released sold really, really poorly. And I don't know if you remember that. At one point, it was available during the $50 sales for $1 through Walmart. And they were also throwing in a copy of Xbox Battlefield with it. So it really, really didn't sell well with Arcade1up. And they've never gone back and done another Taito license. I would love to see Space Invaders done properly because the first one had really bad volume. So that would be an iconic, great game to get. It's just sales data probably wouldn't support it. The other thing that was always a problem in the past might not be with the new regime, but John D was very territorial about who he worked with. So when Taito signed an agreement with That Games to have their game show up on the Legends Ultimate, and then they did the pinball games with at games. Like basically, John was the kind of person, he was like, "Yeah, we're going to freeze them out. We're just not going to work with them." So it's interesting. It's an interesting theory. I don't know. I'm sorry.
It's a huge
And
reach.
trust me, Michael B. We are in the exact same boat you are. I think I'm a little bit more flex. Like you'd be on record as saying, "Hey, NFL Blitz dumb with the side art." Like I want the true authentic. I'm at least willing to take concessions to say, like, look, if they're not able to do it, I still want the game because I can always reskin it if I want to, or whatever the case may be. I still want the game. Like Fast and Furious, great example. They had to take some concessions. They brought it down 30 frames per second, kind of thing. It's like, well, screw it. I still want the game because I want to be able to have a chance to play it. I can make it better. I can replace buttons, do whatever we need to do. We can add Thrustmaster pedals. In this case, it's interesting because like this isn't what like anyone would want, but this is exactly Arcade1up's wheelhouse right now. It's just doing wacky things that make zero sense, and they're just reaching to try to hit a home run kind of thing where it's just going to sell a lot.
Yeah, maybe. Like there's some things to do that. I think with those ideas, though, they're mostly looking to go outside the box. Like the idea of this claw machine, that whatever that was going to be. I think they're looking at what other kind of products can we sell? What other kind of company can we be? The Infinity Game Table's taken off for them. What else can we be? Like what other kind of home arcade accessory can we sell? Something like the Casino Cade back there. Do you guys ever turn that on? Like, why is that dark?
Okay, hey, so check this out. I want to be honest with you. In chat, we got 92 people in the house. I'm going to admit it. I actually play this every day. I think
Really?
it's fun as shit. 100%.
Yes, he was supposed to be wiping down the counters the other day, and I hear this damn thing going off.
So my favorite one is the one that you get to solve the puzzle. I don't know if you've like played it or watched reviews.
Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, so it's a Wheel of Fortune. So it's like down the bottom screen, it's all like casino style, right? And you can like you get a letter, then you buy vowels and stuff, and up top is the puzzle, just like in Wheel of Fortune. So you're trying to solve the puzzle, and you only have 2 minutes to do it. And the faster you go, obviously, you get the time saved, and you get 90 seconds added to the next. You keep going, go. We had a streak of 50 puzzles solved in a row before it actually froze and it crashed, which sucks. But we use this all the time. The reason why it's off now is because it's like flashing and stuff, and like with people, it's not a very good like calm atmosphere if you're trying to watch this thing.
It's for the sensory stuff. Like you get people in the background. I understand.
And there's also no attract mode, so it just goes to black like this. It goes into a screensaver mode, and it just looks like this anyways. So it's not going to stay here. This isn't like the true place where we still got to find a home for it.
How's the new bedroom Cade going, anyways, guys?
Katie,
I love our new bedroom.
So, do you guys still sleep there?
Oh, in here, no. Danny might.
Yeah, I mean it's miles improvement. I mean, I don't know what you want to piggyback. We got triple the aisle space now.
Yeah, in here.
Awesome.
It's nice. I just don't spend as much time in here.
And then we have like room for essentially like 7 more cabs, which is always good. Wow. More games, more better. My streaming setup's in here. Before, behind the scenes, we'd have to move my desk in and out of the arcade and just leave it in a hallway because we wanted to play the arcades and we had no room to put it. So we had all this like just stuff laying around the house, and now everything's just localized in one bedroom. It's just so much better. Nice. I mean, obviously it would be excellent to have a basement. You could have like 50 of these things in there, have like pinball alley with a couple pinballs and stuff. That would be cool. But I mean, beggars can't be choosers. We live in an apartment. This is what we got.
I think it looks really good, man. Like, good job. And there's nothing better than when you're out of room and you figure out some way to make more room. You're like, oh, I can fit so many more cabs in now.
And this was all my wife's idea, guys. She wanted to put
a little floor plan app.
Yep. She wanted to put these in the living room. She's like, we could do like 60 or 70 of these things in the living room.
You're a lucky man, Danny. My wife's trying to find ways that I could have less.
Yeah, it works out. We got a $2 super chat here from Jane States Everything. Again, thank you so much, man, for supporting the channel. Check your email. I sent a picture. Okay, well, let's go ahead, dive in, and let's see what that.
I have to keep looking at your screen just so everyone knows, because mine is lagging hard. So like,
that's okay.
I have to read lips.
That's fair.
It's awkward.
Yeah. So I was telling James about this earlier when you sent me the message, and I was like, what's your lead on? And it was like, it has something to do with Paris. I looked up the Olympics and I was like, so are they doing half Golden Tee, half track and field? That was my original thought when you mentioned Paris.
Mm-hmm. But it ties into this like graffiti art. And you said the artist was Invader.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, a weird reach. one would think they would do a track and field cab, no golden tee, right?
Yeah, going back to the old concept of Arcade1up trying to tie things in, one of the things that keeps popping up with track and field is the Olympics this year, the Summer Olympics.
Mhm.
And if they were ever going to do a track and field, it would make sense to try to release it around the time of the Olympics, right?
But would you say that would be an expected thing or an unexpected thing?
I think the unexpected thing is the fact that it would possibly be a collab cab. That's the
Mhm.
unexpected thing.
And that's where that John D quote, and you get, John D way more than I ever will. Like, and Mrs. Corner K is really good at like picking up on like subtleties and stuff. I just get excited and roll with it. But
John will never directly tell you what's happening. John will say things and try to lead you to the answer.
It's so funny because he likes to play the game and I love puzzles. So we're a really bad combination.
John, she's gonna figure you out, boy. Let's go.
Very toxic relationship we have.
Yeah, so that's where it's, again, the unexpected word is the one that's really, again, underlined, italicized, and bolded, to where it's like, okay, like what, like this is something wacky and weird, because we're all expecting, like, much like you put out a video, we're expecting that Pac-Man would be cool, by the way. I gotta be honest with you, and like I'm over Pac-Man just like everybody else, but that would be something that would be cool. A pub table, battle royale with the cup holders, that would be dope. You sell the Atari one, that one's coming right in, and then obviously the Street Fighter. Like, those are the two that would be like, oh, okay, that's. But also, I feel like those are unexpected, because like no one's expecting that to come out. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just the one that's in that minority boat. But this idea here that Mrs. Cornercade has matriculated is probably the most unexpected.
I'm just inserting myself into the conversation. That's all.
Really quickly, I have to apologize to Terry B. He was very upset about how I pronounce Tato. So I'm from Newfoundland. We say things differently here. We have a very weird dialect and a very weird pronunciation. I say Mario instead of Mario.
Yeah,
so
Marquee instead of
Marquee. So I speak weird. So I apologize for saying Taito. I will try to remember Tato going forward. Tato.
Hey, it's okay, Mike. You're Canadian. We're Wisconsinites, so I say you guyses, and that's not, that doesn't even make sense. Yeah. I say wacky stuff all the time at work.
You guyses?
Yeah, all the time. Like, hey, you guyses is over here. Like, trust me. I don't know if I say that too much on stream, but yeah, when I'm at my job, we'll say that stuff all the time. Like, hey, you guys over here. Like, it's like stuff that doesn't make sense. I don't know. It's just me though. You don't say any weird stuff or wacky stuff?
I talk to toddlers all day.
I guess that's true.
I guess I say a lot of weird things now that I think about it.
Guys, what do you think? Okay, let's see. James Hates Everything says, we know you can't get arcade art on track and field. Track and field has a trackball version. Golden Tee is in the Olympics. Golden Tee, track and field, la la la. Wow, it's a lot. Like, going back and forth and back. I think at the end of the day, no matter what this is, we just want new stuff. Like, or we just want stuff in general.
I think that's where all the rumors are coming from. I mentioned it. We're not used to this from Arcade1up. This period of nothing, right? Like, it's not only the fact that there's no new cabs coming out. I mean, there's nobody talking. Like, if you go back to all the way to 2018, like, somebody be on some show talking about something, at least putting out some kind of rumor, giving hope. And right now, there's not a lot of hope. I will tell people 100%. There's still cabs coming out. There is stuff coming to Costco. These two cabs, if what John heard is accurate, I believe they're going to Costco. So these are going to be Costco releases. So they have a deal with Costco. I can't speak for any other retailer or if anything else is coming out. I know in Canada, like, I talked to the Brick, and I don't ask like exactly what's coming, but like, I said, what's the year look like? And they were like, seems like it's going to be a slow year. So,
and that was going to be the two like cabs, kind of, is one of them like an XL. You mentioned Miss Pac-Man, and that was kind of like a shoe-in. I think everybody in the community kind of knew.
Oh, that's not happening.
Okay, so it's not happening. Okay,
there is no Miss Pac-Man XL.
Okay, so maybe Class of 81, or just, are we talking totally different?
According to the rumors, well, none of us know if any of this is, nothing's real until
it's just real. This is speculation.
So the rumor that persists is Class of 81 in either a pub or a cocktail going to Costco.
Ooh.
And the other one is Golden Tee XL.
No,
You
that's
know,
rough.
even if it's not a collab cab, like Golden Tee is the rumor that keeps persisting for the XL
Yeah.
cab at Costco this year.
So you'd either have a Golden Tee straight up, they just fixed the monitor and maybe lit up the coin doors, and then you might have this like Frankenstein cab.
I don't know how this works, but obviously whoever's dealing with the retailers has to go in. They have to try to sell them on something. And at the end of the day, like if they come back and they're like, we like this idea, we think this would sell well in our store. That's what Arcade1up's making right now at this point. So
Kevin Clausen wants to know if we're okay because of the storms.
Oh, thank you. Yes, it didn't really hit us too well. A lot of lightning, and it was dark. It was like pitch black here when it was normally like light out because it's still 8:30. It's still light out now, but yeah, it was bad. There was a lot of stuff going on. But yeah, the cornercade's still here, guys. We didn't get blown away yet. Hey, Mike B, I see in the background there that you got X-Men going. Is that in tribute to Mrs. Cornercade because that's her favorite arcade game?
no, legit, like when you never sent me the link, I was like, well, screw it. I'm just gonna play X-Men.
That's great, dude. I love you. That's awesome. Like, hey, gotta make the night here. Let's go. It's so funny, dude. Okay, so Costco stuff out of the way. God, what was I gonna ask you? I had something that popped in my head and it went away. Well, that's a bummer. It was in my head and it just vanished into thin air. So I don't know. Did
Because I cut you off.
Yeah, well, it's okay. Did you have anything that you wanted to ask Mike B at all?
I don't think so.
You got nothing. It's so funny. So we know that at the end of the day. Okay, so again, this is speculation, guys. This isn't anything that like we have any inside information or anything.
Well, I want to be part of the conversation.
Yeah, this is Cornercade digging, and we're like, wait a second, 2 and 2 is kind of equaling 4 here, plus another one. I don't know.
What, like you guys don't do Excel, right? Like
we have the space now to do it, but it's just there's not any product from Arcade1up to do it. And I'll say this again, like even if I wanted to do XL, right? Okay, let's see what I got here. I'd have to find Pac-Man on Marketplace. Hopefully, it's in great condition.
Yeah, because it's sold out now.
Exactly. Yeah. I'd have to overpay out the wazoo for Killer Instinct, which I could get direct, right? And then pay for shipping on top of that. And that's it. Like NBA Jam, it's a 4-player. We have to place a screen. The product line itself right now is not strong enough to have it even a contending consideration. Now,
if you want something new too, like they're never going to do an XL cab as a first release. So I mean, it's always going to be Deluxe first. So anything that came out in the XL will be a re-release.
And they already move so slow that it's like, dude, like even if like let's just hypothetically say Smash TV is coming at the end of 2024, right? Well, we won't see that again until another year in an XL, even if they do it. So there's never like a guarantee that that's going to happen. So I don't know, but did somebody say something funny?
I really don't think Terry B likes the way I speak.
Terry B became angry.
It's all right, man. Terry B is bringing the heat on a Saturday night here. Yeah. So okay. So I'm trying to think. Yeah. So we're just doing like straight deluxe again. Like we're super fans like everybody else. We want to see cool stuff. It just kind of stinks that there's not like that. Just that obvious, like it's so obvious to put Third Strike in a Dynamo Deluxe and sell it. Like, what?
I don't think Third Strike. I think, I think Alpha would be a more popular release. I don't know why. I just think Alpha would be more interesting, but I think there's probability on that. I don't think it's going to be a pro. Like the picture that was shared was like a pro cab. That's because the image that came up a couple of years ago. Sorry, I'm Katrina. I apologize. I'm overstepping here. I got to give you more time to talk. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I have a really bad migraine. Like if you can see, my ears are like bright red. I have my chest is all broken out. I'm suffering over here.
Well, at least she's still got 2 eyes, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, barely, right? She's holding on tight. No, but go on.
So what was I saying? I got caught off there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Pro Dynamo cab.
Yeah, the Pro Dynamo Pro cab. But like, I think if they do like a Street Fighter Third Strike Alpha at Evo, if there's some, because it's one of the ones that was mentioned on that list, and they still have the relationship with Capcom, I think that could bring some new interest in from like the fight game community, especially the Arcade1up fight game community. They wanted a different Street Fighter, so I think it'll still have like the Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, and Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting on it. But you'll also get Alpha. You'll also get hopefully Third Strike, and maybe they do some like Darkstalker games. So I think that'd be a fun if you're a
That
big
would
fighter
be
guy. So yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. 100%. And Papa Brad brings up a point that I always fight against this contention. So it says any game you're talking about can easily be played on the ALU behind Michael B. 100%. I could play all these games on my Retroid Pocket. But I got to be honest with you. We're building an atmosphere. I cannot stress this enough. When you go to a real arcade, there isn't one multicade that the line wraps all the way down the block and you wait for people to play. You play the games with the right controls. I hear this all the time, guys. Nobody in this hobby wants like that you're built in the arcade one-up hobby. Now, at games could be totally different. iArcade could be totally different, right? Because those multicades, so it's a multicade crowd. Anybody here though for an arcade one-up related thing, they want to play the right games and the right. So when I pull up to the X-Men, like Michael B. Take no offense, that X-Men behind you, I would not get any nostalgia on. It's not
Oh
the
yeah,
X-Men cab with the X-Men
listen,
art with the X-Men like side panels. Like
none offense taken, Danny.
yeah,
And like
like so,
if I didn't have a second child, I'd still have my X-Men Arcade One Up cab downstairs.
damn Tommy. No, I'm
yeah.
just kidding.
Yeah, but
Poor
the great thing about the multicade is, and like Brad's talking about the LED or LCD marquee. Great thing about that is a lot of times with a multicade, that atmosphere, the nostalgia that you would get from like an Arcade One Up or Real Arcade or some kind of other recreation, you don't get from the multicade. But thankfully, like the LCD, it provides a little bit. At least you get the marquee
Yes.
and stuff like that. Like when I
It
play
changes
Robotron
over.
on it, the experience is great, and I get to see the marquee, so I do get a little bit of nostalgia. But it doesn't replace what you're saying. You want like the full arcade, all those sights and sounds. Different strokes for different folks. It's like when I
100%.
collected
Yeah.
Nintendo games. Like people used to be like, "You're an idiot for having 700 Nintendo games. Just get a Raspberry Pi." Different strokes for different folks.
Again, and Damien Deal will say like, "Hey, well, you just gotta buy real arcades." Again, different strokes for different folks. I'm not lugging a 500-pound arcade upstairs, 20 flights of stairs kind of thing. It's just not gonna happen. Plus, if I put, we jokingly said, "Dude, I got like 22 of these things. The floor is gonna collapse." If I have 22 real arcades, the floor actually would collapse.
Yeah. So there's a different thing. Like if you're an Arcade One Up enthusiast, you just want to turn these things on and play. If you're a real arcade enthusiast and you're bringing home commercial arcades, coin ops, whatever you want to call them, there's a commitment there that a lot of people don't talk about because there's a great deal of maintenance involved in that. And maybe not like I've talked to Sheline and Sheline said, no, once I got to go and it was all dialed in. But for some people, like you look at Fox, he got his Die Hard all dialed in, dies. So, I mean, you're constantly updating it, doing maintenance and stuff like that. So, some people don't want to do the restoration aspect, don't want to do the maintenance. They just want to play. And so, real arcades don't make sense in that capacity.
Yeah, I mean, and what we've been doing now, modding these things a little bit, bringing the real arcades, the controllers into these things. I mean, it goes a long way,
Yeah,
guys.
it
And
makes a huge difference.
and that was all Mrs. Cornercade 100%. When we actually were like we
you
were
didn't
doing
want a
it.
mod at
No,
all.
I did. I was like, no, just it's fine. I'm telling you guys, day and night. You go on like I'm literally playing. So I was playing MVC2 is where we did like the first fighting game that we did with the IL buttons, sharing micro switches, and now I will hop on that Street Fighter Dynamo. I'm like, God, these buttons are horrible. Like you don't truly realize it until you go from this to that, and you're actually doing it real time. Like you might do it at the arcade, then come back and play your one ups. You're like, oh, this is okay. They're all one up buttons, whatever. You're playing one ups. It is a huge difference. And I recommend anybody that like wants to actually play these and have like that feel to swap out the buttons. And it's only like $50 to do it. It's well worth it.
Yeah, I think Arcade One Up would have got a lot better reception from a lot of people if they had upgraded the buttons earlier. It's just it's really such a small cost for them to go from the really bad Sandlot clones they use to something like, I mean, even if they went with the ALU buttons are miles ahead of what's in the Arcade One Ups.
Yeah.
Even the iArcade had better buttons. Like literally, they just had to go with a little bit more expensive Sandlot clone. They could have.
I can even argue that the light up buttons that are found on like the Galaga, anything that's like on NBA Jam, those are a little bit better than their standard mushy buttons. We got a C Marvel $2 super chat. Thank you so much, man, for supporting the channel. Says, what if they drop a Namco 25 anniversary cab? Well, they have a great working relationship with Bandai Namco. So I was always looking at, it might be since we got you on, I was like, okay, rehashes this year. I was like, okay, Ridge Racer Deluxe makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't want that, but they can improve so much on this. And I will speak to you on this. You've never played the Fast and the Furious in person, right?
Wasn't available in Canada.
Yep, and that's it. Maybe loses out on a lot. And let me tell you something, buddy. I can be your hookup guy. I'll buy it for you. You come pick it up. Trust me, man.
How am I going to come pick it up? I'm on an island. I'm
going to drive. I googled Newfoundland. It's a
20. With his ferry.
Yes, it's
got a personal ferry in his backyard.
Exactly. It's a 12-hour ferry ride. Then you hit the mainlands. Then you just take a plane. You come in. You rent a car. Boom. You do it all in reverse with the cab. That's all you got to do, man.
So
I get a plane and then rent a car. Do I get the cab on the plane? Like, how does this work?
100%, dude. That's a carry-on. I think that'll qualify for that. Let's go.
So, yeah, like the shipping is wild because I've looked at doing it. I got at one point we weren't able to get risers here in Canada, like just wasn't available, and I needed a riser, so I got a friend of mine to pick one up. And a riser was only like $40. How much Canadian do you think that riser cost me by the time I paid for the riser and the shipping? How much do you think I paid for it?
So riser had to be $90. Then with the shipping,
no. The risers were $40 at the time.
Oh, so the Canadian wasn't more?
No, it was $40 US.
40 Canadian.
Okay,
$40 US, and then it, with conversion worked out to like 63, something like that.
What do you think, Mrs. Corner Cat? I'll let you take a stab at it. That's what I was thinking too. Exactly, $150. Yeah,
$210.
Yes.
Mike B, you're insane.
Yeah.
You are insane, dude.
I would have built a riser.
I would have built my own riser on wood.
Remember when I sold onesies and someone paid $50 to ship a onesie to Canada? It was insane.
Yeah, we went international with that. We did Germany.
I would never pay $50 to ship a baby onesie.
Well, Mike B, his hands are tied. He's on an island.
I guess.
So.
Yeah, so it was not available through GameStop Canada. Damien deals with this. No, the only way we could have got it was through Wayfair here in Canada. But Wayfair, their prices are like all over the place. Like you can get it, but like it's like $1,200 plus like shipping and handling. So it's technically available in Canada, but not really.
Well, long and short, I think they have the best working relationship, and you guys can both piggyback off this. I think is Bandai Namco is what they have. Like they're trusted. Maybe Atari would be second. So I was thinking, okay, what did they come out the rehash? Okay, Ridge Racer Deluxe, and I know when you did your review, you kind of had to like hunch over to play that. And when I got the Fast and the Furious, I was like, oh, I see the difference. It's way better. Like the form factor is so much better. You don't hunch over anymore. So I was like, that could be in the same realm as getting something like that. Nothing really exciting, but just these rehashes, and they could do like a 25th anniversary or something.
Well, I saw somewhere they're doing Tekken.
Okay. From who?
From you. It was listed in your stream the other night. The 2 new cabs coming. Tekken was one of the games listed.
In like the description?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a mistake then.
Travis actually sent it to me, and Travis was like, "What is this guy talking about?"
So get this.
Danny's off his rocker.
Here, you want to talk about a little behind the scenes laughing? Check this out. I'll share this story with you. We got 105 people here. Let's share this story together as a community. So I'm emailing Travis, right? I'm like, Travis, what's going on here? This, that, and the other. I want to get some clarity, right? I haven't talked to Travis in a while. I know I used to just bother him all the time, but I don't want to be that guy. So.
Hang on. When do you not want to be that guy?
I guess
like I've seen you come on shows. Like, would you do that? Like, just if you're in a store, you're like, dude, let me get behind the counter. Come on.
Yeah, I'm probably that guy, right? So Travis emails me back, and I'm like, hey, can you come on and just kind of talk about this? Like, we got rumors at the Wazoo. We need some clarity from the guy that's getting paid to bring clarity, right? I mean, just call it for what it is. Like, and I get it. Maybe he needs Arcade1up's permission. I don't know, right? So I'm just like, okay, let's bring some clarity to the community and let's have a chat real quick. And he said, I can't tonight. It's Tekken Thursday. Oh no, he said, I can't tonight. Then he emailed back and said Tekken Thursday. And I said, holy.
No, it just said Tekken.
No, it said Tekken, Thursday.
Okay,
So I said, holy shit, is Tekken coming out on Thursday? And I was like, oh my effing God. I said, the household stops right now. I was like, that's the cab. Like, there's 2 mystery
And
cabs,
I'm at the
right?
doctor, and he's FaceTiming me 1,000
Yes,
times
and
in
she
a row.
said,
I'm like,
but
stop
no,
calling
she
me.
messaged me saying, it's Tekken. Tekken's coming out. And I'm like, oh my
Because
God.
all
Like,
I see is we were having a side conversation about what was coming out, and then you're emailing back and forth with Travis.
yes. And I'm like, holy hell. How do I make a thumbnail for this? Like, I didn't. So, and then I'm like, wait a second. It's Thursday today. They're probably playing Tekken over at the 7-Eleven channel. Like, what, Miss Corky, what are you talking about? And I was like, oh my God, you got me all excited for nothing. And I forgot what the other messages were,
In
but we were
all fairness,
dying,
I said, there's
dude.
no way Tekken is coming. Travis would never be that chill about something like that.
No,
So,
that's the one game Travis wanted. Like,
yeah.
like
Travis would be
he's
shitting his
just
pants.
yeah, like Travis really wants Tekken to happen, and I don't know, like I'm not that familiar on the hardware side of things. I think the first Tekken might run on the same hardware as Ridge Racer and Time Crisis, so I think it's possible that they can do the first Tekken. Like they have the technology and capabilities and the partnership with Namco. They've got that emulation running pretty smoothly, so they can do it. It's just a matter of whether or not they will do it. Like it's not going to be like Tekken, Tekken 2, Tekken 3, but like you probably be able to get the first Tekken.
What are your thoughts since I got you here? And we threw out the crazy speculation. So guys, if this ever happens, we heard it here tonight live. But what is like when I say, I don't know if you watch too many streams of mine kind of thing, but when I say, hey, Arcade1up, if Best Buy doesn't want it, if Home Depot doesn't want it, if Menards doesn't want it, if Walmart doesn't want it, then go find a retailer that wants this stuff. Like, again, I bought my Galaga Deluxe from Tuesday morning, never even heard of the place kind of thing. What are your thoughts about when I say, like, just get it done? Like, does Arcade1up say, okay, look, if the major guys don't want it, it's just not going to happen. So let's just not even try. Why aren't they sending emails to mom and pa's? Remember Randy Records, like, and just
how
said,
many
hey,
Arcade1ups are mom and pa's going to be able to buy at once
well,
versus a
I don't know. So
Walmart?
like, what? Well, I mean, because these other places have bought those.
Well,
So if it's just 3,000,
I don't think it's as simple. Well, apparently, a lot of people are telling me that Tekken 1, 2, and 3 all could be possible. I didn't realize that, so that's
and
great.
probably
And
Tekken tags too.
Jay Pace said, yeah, Tekken Tag running on an MK2 Deluxe. So yeah, I
Okay.
mean, if they can do all that stuff, that'd be dope. And I think there would be a lot of people again from the fight game community really interested in a Tekken cab. So yeah, that's interesting. Anyways, the retailer thing, it's a bit of a tough one because Arcade1up like got into these trying to make sure certain retailers had certain exclusives and special things. Like their relationship with Walmart now has transitioned more to online sales and the classic cabs. So the classic, old school, no marquee, no riser, those cabs are something they can sell to Walmart depending on how well it does. The big one for them right now, their big partner is Best Buy. So right now, I mean, the problem is whether or not Best Buy can take cabs in. There was a rumor that their salesperson that had the really close relationship with Shop Hippo, and Shop Hippo were a huge fan. That's the reason Time Crisis happened last year, apparently. Their salesperson or their contact inside that worked with Shop Hippo was terminated or just left the company. So I don't know what the relationship is with Shop Hippo right now. I don't know what the answer is. I don't know where they stand with the retailers. From what I understand, like the retailers were like, yeah, like let's slow it down, sell some stuff, and we'll revisit this later this year. So that's what I heard on the US side. So I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, Danny. I don't know how many people that are out there. I mean, Arcade1up's been in business for 7 years now. They've pretty much sold through everybody. They sold here in Canada through Chapters Indigo. I don't know if you guys do you have Chapters Indigo in the US still?
No, never heard of that.
Never heard of Chapters? A
No.
bookstore. It's a bookstore.
We had Barnes and Noble.
Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, selling through a bookstore would be interesting. Yeah, but it's finding somebody to pick it up because it doesn't matter. It's like, hey, this is the exclusive partner of Dick's Sporting Goods has this
No,
now.
no,
You
no.
know, like
Your wife has it right. We talked about the economy side of this, and no one knows the economics, but like they have to sell a certain number in order to even justify even doing like a production run and stuff like that. So it depends on how much that retailer is willing to take on, or a combination of retailers are willing to buy and take on before they can even consider doing a cab. So I mean, if they go to smaller retailers, I mean, how many are they going to buy? Are they going to buy like what Costco buys, like 10, 15,000 cabs? Or are they willing to buy like 500 cabs?
yeah. Well, I mean, what if you did like let's just say Cuber in a 500, you know, and again, you talked about this and you kind of hit it in the head. Let's just say said title costs like 500,000 to make, right? Well, then you got to make like Blitz, you got to make a certain amount of cabs. You might have to make 100,000 cabs, and mom and pop shop isn't going to buy that. So the math isn't mathing on that one, which I totally get. At the end of the day, I guess we're just pushing to say like, why and what's going on, like, and it would be easier for Arcade1up to just get on, you know, with Travis or whatever, if they don't feel comfortable like Cyrus getting on in front of, you know, front of the world kind of thing, and just say, hey, look guys, we're trying to push stuff out, we just don't have that retail support right now, and it's getting there, but it's just not there right now.
There's multiple moving wheels, so like it's not just Arcade1up, it's also Best Buy. So like, what the hell is Best Buy doing saying no to this title or that title? Who's working that end of it?
That I don't know.
It's not just Arcade1up.
The other thing too is like when we used to get a lot of information, it's because John D worked there, and John D was like, "I'm just say whatever I want. They're not going to fire me." Cyrus, on the other hand, like, you know, they've got very strict rules. They're very careful about what they say. They don't really want to let anything out. So it's a lot to expect Cyrus to be able to come on a show and be like, "Hey guys, we're trying to do this. This retailer's not telling us anything."
Which is weird to me, because you get a guy like Shiloh to come on and he just tells you everything, and he's like, fuck
he
it, let's
owns
give
the
away
company.
products.
No one's firing him.
Like, that's
it's a lot
great.
different. I think my thing and a lot of people's things is that a lot of community engagement was promised this year, and there's been none.
Yeah.
So
there's actually been less.
It's been less this year
than ever, kind of thing.
I agree with that. So like I'm disappointed by that. Not so much that like they're not utilizing me or anything like that. I'm fine with that. It's just it would be nice if there was something, right? But at the same time, what do you want them to do? Do you want them to come on and do shows where they don't talk about anything and people are asking them questions like, "What's the next cab?" And they're like, "We can't say anything right now. Check back in 7 months."
Yeah,
that's fair. I guess just a presence, and you know, I always said, hey, do a 30-minute show once a month, and you know, call it that new OneUp show 2.0 or whatever. Where you even just at this point, you know, you can have like certain people, but maybe you just give away apparel, or you just do creative contests, or you know, there's things that happen. Like MK Spectate could have done a quick 30-minute show on that. 30 minutes flies
that's
just
what
like
Arcade1
that,
update is supposed to be for. It's supposed to be for updates about the company and updates to like firmware and stuff like that. So they could have done something for that. I think that would have been a good idea. Hell, they could have done something for X-Men 97. They could have done something for Golden Tee. They had a new product and they didn't do anything with the community for those. So.
And even like little things, like I'm sure questions would arise like, hey guys, why aren't you doing the play guard surface for every cabinet? Hey, that's a great question. Let's see, you know, whatever. Or why aren't we lighting up the coin doors to every single arcade? You know, it's not in the budget, or we can get a clear, defined answer as that. It's like, hey, when do you think we could get some real, you know, IL buttons in these things? Because we talked about, you know, the inventory running out. Well, is that coming up? Like, there could just be like, hey, you can know on the horizon, like, okay, like in 6 months, like this might happen or that might happen. Or hey, the next cabinet going forward is going to be lit up. So I just got to buy one more light up and we could be good to go. Just some like direction. Like, these things cost a lot of money, guys. These things aren't like, you know, even like a New Wave Toys, for what it is though, $160, whatever the case may be. It's a lot less than spending $4.99, $5.99. Like, I always said, like, you got to plan for these things. There's got to be some direction, some roadmap. There has to be some direction at the end of the day. I think that's the biggest word, is direction. And we feel like in the community that there's just no direction. And it's up to us at the end of the day to kind of guess and go off speculation, which is fun and stuff. But like, it'd be more fun knowing like, shit, guys, this title's coming out in 3 months. Let's talk about it.
I know.
Like, yes.
So
that's like more of a concrete answer.
Yeah, I wish we were back in those days too, where like they were doing like E3 reveals and we didn't know when it was coming out, but they would tell us like, 5 cabs or something like that. I miss those days because there was something to look forward to, something to talk about. We'd be like, oh man, I wonder what it's gonna be like. I can't wait to see it. What
And that's
games
what
are
I
gonna be
thought
on
this
it.
year was going to be like. I thought we were getting a roadmap, is what Travis said.
Yeah, if they
It was
couldn't
just
do
like
it.
there was a lot of things promised that didn't happen
Well,
at
I
all.
mean, I think some of that's out of their hands because I think they went to the retailers with a roadmap and a plan,
Mhm.
and the retailers were like, "Hey, that all looks awesome, but let's cool our jets for a
Let's
little bit."
actually do this.
Do you think they
Yeah.
want to deplete inventory because they're going to have an explosive Q4, or do you think they just want to deplete inventory because these things don't sell as well as they thought, and they're just like, hey, we'll take on like 2 or 3 cabs at a time, not 15.
So I'll throw something out there that might be controversial, but I'll say it anyways. Arcade1up had a lot of luck selling to retailers when they offered a buyback. So when they offered an opportunity for the retailers to discount the product heavily and then get refunded from Arcade1up for a percentage that they lost on the sale. Maybe one of the reasons that they're not having as much luck with retailers right now is they're not offering that buyback anymore. So they're going to Best Buy and they're like, hey, we want you to buy 6,720 cabs. And Best Buy's like, you know what? We'll take a chance on it. We want a guarantee that we're going to make X amount of dollars and you will refund us if we have to put the cabs on sale. And then Arcade1up's like, sorry, we're not in a position to do that. So
Yeah,
you're at a stalemate then. And,
Yeah.
that's a good. I mean, you're more retail than I am, honey. That's a really good, like, could be the aha moment that okay makes a lot of sense. But at the end of the day, it just hurts us as a consumer because we're just sitting here
oh,
like,
yeah, 100%.
we have X-Men 97, Deluxe Gold Team. We're looking forward to Super Sprint at the end of the year, and that's kind of it. And that's not the direction that we thought. We thought we were going to get even like 3 XLs this year or something because this is going to be a big year of just
Well, but
something. But
I don't know. Like, I will go back to, I get criticized a lot because I made a video said, is Mortal Kombat XL coming? Because the classic cab had its own online notification. I had asked Travis and Cyrus, I said, do you know what this is? Do you know what it is? Because people are going to run amok with it. And neither one could tell me what it was. So I was like, oh, no one knows what this is. I don't know if they're playing funny with me. So I did a video and said, could it be? But I also said it's probably going to be the, classic cab. There's a possibility. And of course it was. But like when I was talking to Cyrus, I was like, hey man, like, it turned out to be just the classic cab. That's what it is. But there was a lot of interest in like the Mortal Kombat XL. Like this is, something you guys should probably consider. He was like, don't worry, lots of XLs coming. So I don't know if that was lip service or there's no way to tell with this company or what they're
there's
doing,
not
right?
the best like most obvious, and again, it's Arcade1up again at the end of the day, so it's who's a who, draw a name out of the hat kind of thing. I think they did have some sort of plan, but it just got shut down by the retailers. And I think they did want to maybe do 2 XLs. We heard, listen, they wanted to come out with a Star Wars XL, and I don't. I want to say it, but
No.
I want to say it.
Just
But
shut the hell up.
there's they wanted to come out with a Star Wars XL, but that got shut down by the retailers. And Michael B, when I first heard, I mean, it doesn't matter because
Shut the hell up.
I want to, what's going on here? You can't do that.
I
Like,
cut him by his balls. That's what's going on. Shut up.
I think you would.
No, you think nothing.
Well, I
Shut
can-
up. Move along.
So that got shut down by the retailers, and then they said, "Well, okay, Golden Tee's got better graphics, whatever." It's just mind blowing at the end of the day. So I think they did want to come out with something like a Star Wars XL, and Mike B, you were told that hey,
yeah.
like this is happening, you sold yours, and I really do think that like Arcade1up was pushing for it. They just got shut down by the retailers, so now they're sitting with this prototype and plan ready to go, and all the financials are there to do
Well,
it.
isn't that what happened though? Wasn't it brought to Costco and Costco said
Yeah.
no, absolutely not?
Yeah, 100%. So that's
that's the rumor. Yeah.
yeah. So I think they had the same plan as far as like, and I just want to know what it was like. What deluxe cabs were you planning on coming out with that they just said no? Maybe they did have the Smash TV Robotron ready to go, and the retailer said no. Like that's
Well,
not.
I think the one that we do know about that they brought to retail to try to sell was the only one we know for sure is Alien versus Predator. They were going to do that Alien versus Predator Big Blue. Like that's an Arcade1up graphic. Whatever happened. They were going to do it.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, just yeah, didn't get enough support. So again, they were trying to do stuff, but yeah, the retailers kind of putting the kibosh on it. And that's why I said, well, try to find a different retailer. Try to sell direct or something. Like, like here's the question for you, Mike. Like, and you're a big, huge at games guy, right? You got all the at games behind you with the arcade. Why can't they do something where we place an order, all three of us place an order, right? And it's not even touching anything; it's coming right from the right from China, right to my house. Like, why isn't that model put in effect?
I don't know. They did do direct to consumer for a couple offerings. The first one that I really remember them doing was Marvel Superheroes limited edition, or I can't remember exactly what it was called, but it came with like Samwa buttons, light up marquee, and it was a beautiful cab. I think that one sold relatively well, but their next offering was Burger Time, and Burger Time seemingly sold well, but it seemed like a bunch showed up at retailers after the fact, so weren't sure how many they actually sold. Then after that, for their direct to consumer, I don't know how well they sold. I know that Dragon's Lair, didn't sell as well as they had hoped, even though like there was so much demand for it. And then obviously the Killer Instinct Pro, I think they only made like 500. They're still for sale 2 years later. So I don't think their direct to consumer was really strong enough to suggest that they could successfully do this. And then the economics of it, like I've heard John D talk about it before and other people, like I would love to do this cab, but I have to sell at least 5,000 of them in order to make a profit. So if you're showing that, you might be able to sell like 1,200 direct to consumer Q*berts, but you need to sell 5,000 to make a profit. Obviously,
The
you're not
math
going to
is a
sell
math
direct to
thing.
consumer. The math is a math thing. And
Yeah,
then
which
also with the like Hasbro Pulse, I love that idea. And in my mind, so friggin' simple, such a good concept. Just put it up there. But where that gets difficult is, say for example, I'm Konami, and they come to me and they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna do a Sunset Riders cab. We're gonna sell it online. It's gonna be great, but we have to do pre-orders on it, right? We have to get a pre-order total, like a Kickstarter, in order to make it. So I'm Konami. I'm still going to charge them for the license if they're selling something. So I'm probably going to need my money up front. Or I enter into an agreement with them that I'm not going to get paid unless they meet their goal. They
mm,
fail their goal. How does that impact their relationship with Konami going forward?
yeah, you wouldn't want to. Yeah, that's true. That's you're kind of
I'm
just
sorry. I hate being a buzzkill, but like,
no. The truth. I mean, 720 Eric is really excited about that 720. He's like, oh my god, it's coming. No, that was a prototype. How did that? How did it? Do you not have the image got in Fox's hands? Like, how did you just come across something
yes,
like
I
a
do know.
prototype? Okay,
Nobody
lip sealed.
tells their sources, Daniel.
Yes, I do know.
As our channel continues to grow, Mike, soon I'll have some sources, and I'll have
You'll
a
never
team of
have
sources.
If you
sources.
had a
I will
Facebook
always
account,
the
you would have
sources.
sources.
Hey, that's what Mrs. Cornercade is for. She can handle all of the social media. She's in that John D AMA. So she's racking it
My
up.
wife's
And,
in there too.
yeah, we.
I was laughing.
And then
That was funny.
John said, "All we need is Fox's wife in here too."
Yeah. It's the weirdest thing. I can't get into it. I don't know if it's something wrong with my account or something, but the chat options doesn't come up when I go into groups. So, they didn't block me or anything. I can't get into group chats, I guess.
Yeah, that's weird. I mean,
Weird.
so at the end of the day, I mean, prediction wise, like, I think Mrs. Cornercade is on to something. I don't know if, and you're on. I
Or I
think
just have way too much time on my
it
hands.
might be like a mixture mash. I mean, a monster Frankenstein mash of Mortal Kombat Golden Tee meets Space Invaders kind of thing. And I think everything kind of just leaned into okay, this is something Arcade1up. Because I said Kith collab, they did the Supreme, they did the Pac-Man 7-Eleven. Like they do all this weird stuff. Maybe they're gonna do the weird stuff, but take it to the
I heard
retail
that it was a
aspect.
collab cab in a different version. It's going to be Golden Tea, but it's going to be skinned as Kirkland signature brand from Costco.
What would it be? So what do you? Okay, I don't know. Yeah. So okay, so that
I think honestly, guys, like these half and half cabs, I think we can put that idea to bed. I think it's just going to be Golden Tea. It's just going to be Golden Tea XO.
you think so?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys, you heard it from the horse's mouth here, Mr. Cornercade. All that investigational work for nothing.
I still think everyone needs to follow me.
Oh, there you go.
Follow the breadcrumbs, everybody.
Follow the crazy train.
It's funny. You got two pro Arcade1up people here, and then Mrs. Cornercade is like, "Yeah, that company's long gone." Which there's a lot of support, Mrs. Cornercade, for like your thinking, and trust me, you can speak upon yourself here, but you want them to become successful. You want to play these games,
Well,
but
of
you just
course.
the writing's on the wall
No,
kind of thing.
no one, no. Well, I don't think the writing's on the wall. I think there's too many people out there that like think they know everything. We don't. No one knows. I mean, like, but if you go back to iArcade, there's some telltale signs that like things aren't going well. I will tell you, I never thought our iArcade was anywhere near going out of business. I thought all the people making videos about that stuff was just wacky. I was actually shocked. I always gave them a hard time because like I felt like they just didn't know. They didn't know what they should do. I mean, maybe that's ignorant or stupid, but like I was like, if I make videos telling them like these are the games they should get, this is how they're gonna, maybe I can help them. But at the end of the day, like they weren't making any new cabs. We didn't know the financial situation. They weren't getting the games. And they went out of business. So, like, none of us know where Arcade1up is, but like, there's nothing coming out. They just added these horrendous ads to their website,
Yeah,
and that's really bad. Like, it really
It's a bit
impacts the user
scary too.
experience.
If they're not doing anything now with really no competitors, what are they going to do with a competitor?
Well,
It's going to be in the shadows a bit.
here's the like, this is just an honest to God thing. So in order for a competitor to come up, I think there's still interest in the market. People will buy like a good product and stuff like that. But like, you need funding for this stuff. And I'm sorry to throw like wet rag on that. The only real, case in point and barometer for is there interest in a product like this? Is there enough demand? So if I'm a funding agent and I get a business proposal from somebody, I'm looking at the way Arcade1up's going.
Mm-hmm.
I would be nervous to invest in a future startup making home arcades as well when this other company, there doesn't seem to be a lot of demand at retail. Maybe they would have backing, I don't know, or backup. I really hope someone else steps up, like someone like New Wave Toys can do it because Shiloh's nuts. Just be like, fuck it, we're gonna do it. We're just gonna
he's
do
great, dude. I gotta get him on. Like, he's so funny, dude.
Oh, he's awesome. Such a nice guy.
It's even more cool that he's a huge hockey fan. I'm gonna wear the Blackhawks jersey. It's going.
Well, that's because he's Canadian, dude. Did you know
great,
that?
Dude. Yes, I found that out through the various streams. I absolutely love it. What I also absolutely love is a $2 super chat here from Kevin Clausen. And Mike, this is all of you. This is the iconic arcade. That's your baby, dude. That's your baby project.
Oh, that thing is so bad.
It's like atrocious. I thought Arcade1up was bad.
There's a market for everything, right? Because it's a really cheap multi-cade with a Raspberry Pi in it. So, I mean, and I'll use that term cheap as a relative term, but like if you don't know, like, if you're not knowledgeable and you walk into a GameStop and you're like, wait a minute, for $500, I can buy this thing and put whatever game I want on it. Sold, right?
Yeah.
But like, if you're knowledgeable, you're like, there's better options out there.
To each their own, with better controls and better construction, 100%. I haven't seen that thing in person, so I wouldn't know, but I'll just take your word for it.
Oh, it's horrible. Like, and like, honestly, like the people complaining about like the MDF on the Arcade1up saying like it's not good, you have to see how paper thin the MDF is on the iconic arcade. Like, it's
like a fourth
unreal.
of an inch.
Yeah, it's a quarter inch. It's a quarter inch MDF.
That's crazy. All right, guys. At the end of the day, I think, I don't know. Something is better than nothing, guys. I mean, we have 111 people in here just starving for something from Arcade1up. Like,
I think we're gonna get something relatively soon. I mean, September's right around the corner. That's when Arcade1up does their Costco stuff. So I think all the rumors right now are, to everybody's chagrin, it's probably not going to be anything super exciting, but I think Costco will have new Arcade1up product relatively soon. More than likely, it's going to be Golden TXL. And, if the rumors are true that John's heard and other people in the community have heard, it's going to be a Miss Pac-Man Class of 81 pub table or cocktail table. I think those are the two ones that are probably most probable right now.
I'll take a Battle Royale, but not a Class 81. Trust me, Mike, you're not a fan of the Class 81 Deluxe.
Hate it.
And you got no chance of getting this thing.
No, I have no interest in getting this at all. I don't like the half and half cabs. That's a personal preference, though. There's people that love that Class of 81 for some reason because they're nostalgic for it, right?
Yeah, I mean, it is at least replicating a real arcade. Now, I miss Corner King. I will tell you that I am tempted to sell the Class 81 to bring in Miss Pac-Man because we had the space. Because that one has a light up coin.
No, no,
yard
no,
and
no, no,
stuff, but I
no.
don't know.
You do not get. You do not buy that black Miss Pac-Man
Yeah,
Deluxe.
he hates it too. He hates that one too. He wants the baby
No,
blue. Trust me, I would rather have the baby blue, but hey, like Cyrus said, it's what the retailers like. They like the black
well,
and pink.
that is 100% serious. I did ask Cyrus that. Why didn't you do the
Mhm.
baby blue? And he was like, the retailers wanted the black and pink. And I was like,
Weird.
So
okay.
did the retailers want a black and pink Simpsons? Like, let's do it.
I
Let's
don't
fire
know,
it up.
man. I don't know, man. Like, there's a lot of people out there like that'll say that John was the one really pushing for that company to do things more arcade authentic and stuff like that. So I don't know.
I do know that we got a $2 super chat from my boy Thumper Squid. Will there be a 2K sub party? Let's fucking go, dude. Mike, can you remember when we had our 1K subscriber mega bash of a stream? That was fun. Can you believe it's almost we're creeping on 2K?
I'm happy for you, man. I love your positivity. I love your excitement. I love that you guys do this together. I can't even get my wife to look at an Arcade1up anymore. She's still mad at me. I sold my original Centipede. So,
I thought
God
it'd be
bless you
funny
guys
on
and good
April
job.
Fool's Day if all the wives hopped on and we all just did our own stream.
That
I've
would
been
be
trying to get my
funny.
wife to do it. Like we've talked about it. Like we've, how like a lot of us talk and stuff like that. Like I've had conversations with 19K Fox where he's sitting down with his wife. Then all of a sudden it's him and his wife on the camera and me and my wife on the camera. And we're like, you guys should do a show.
That would be funny. That would be really funny, honestly. Thumper Squid, thank you for the $2 super chat. We'll see. We'll see what happens in the future. Maybe we'll do something. I don't know. We'll see. It's really cool to just see how far the channel's taken off. Everybody else's channels are taken off. I mean, everybody just more interest is more better at the end of the day. Absolutely awesome. I mean, yeah. At the end of the day, it's just we're wanting something. It looks like something might be creeping up. Might be if you were to bet the farm, if you were to bet your house, and this is a real talk. Like, do you think anything? Do you think OneUp is doing anything for Evo, or is that just not going to happen?
I don't know. I mean, Evo was always near and dear to John D's heart. He's more in the fight game stuff. I hope so. I would love to see some either like a new fighting game or like Street Fighter Alpha, which is a new fighting game in itself. But I'd like to see them do something. I mean, I just want cool stuff to come out. It's probably not going to be something that I'm going to be head over heels over. Like I'm more selective now, although I do have room for at least 5 more cabs now that I've moved to my new room. So I'm not out of room anymore. I can add more, but like I just want there to be stuff so people can keep enjoying this hobby, even if it is rehashes. Just come out with some stuff that maybe some people couldn't get anymore. Like right now, I'm in a weird position where because I sold off stuff, I'm missing cabs. So like I would love for them to announce a Tron Deluxe or a Street Fighter. No, it's not Street Fighter. Star Wars Deluxe, because I can't buy them in stores. They're not available. I either got to get it secondhand or I don't get it. So rehashes might suck for some people, but I would be very happy about a Star Wars Deluxe or a Tron Deluxe at this point.
Well, I will tell you this: you could essentially get the Tron, obviously replace the marquee in that third quarter panel, and do something with the stick because you had bad luck with the stick there.
Oh, I didn't
And
have bad luck. That was a misconception. I had bad luck with my encoder board. Other
oh, okay,
people
okay.
had bad luck with the stick where it cracked. I just did a video where I did this with my face. Talked about it.
You can get a G.I. Joe inline riser, and that thing's a deluxe.
I've been talking to Joel about that for my Dragon's Lair and for my Terminator 2. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I was like, I saw that the first time. Total side note here. I'm like, Joel, I need to get one of these, but we just got to make one fix where it rounds out. We got to make it flush. And he's like, give me a second. And he designed the whole thing. I'm like, this is awesome. And we got a couple of them in the house.
So since you guys are huge modders now, I'm noticing all these arcades behind you have 17-inch screens. Do you know that Buy Stuff sells a 19-inch screen upgrade? Do you know how much better your games would look with a 19-inch screen in them?
Yes.
And they even have the bezels and everything.
But I will throw this out. It would be about $2,000 to $4,000.
So much money. But it'd be
but
so
again,
cool.
Arcade1up's not coming out with anything,
Well,
so we have the extra cash flow.
Well, Fair enough, but we're gonna do a little cheaper things. We're gonna light up all the coin doors, and we're gonna change all the buttons out. So that's one thing that's gonna take a vast step. Now, I will say this: if you were to do, like, let's say we did, just say Street Fighter Dynamo, right? We upgraded to a 19-inch screen, great. But then you look at it, it's like, shit. I get on Simpsons and I'm like, okay, this looks so tiny. Like, you got to do it for them all. So I think the one thing you would do, and this is to anybody in the community, my advice to you kind of thing, if you want to upgrade monitors but still keep it cost efficient, is do it on the shooter cabs. So like the Time Crisis, the Big Bang Hunter, the T2, and I think just leave it there. That's just mine though.
I saw a Time Crisis the other day where someone was like, had to put the bigger screen in, and they did what a lot of people were doing with Buck Hunter first, like my least favorite mod ever. They put like a 42-inch or a 50-inch TV on the front of their Time Crisis cab, and God bless them, they wanted the bigger screen and stuff. But like at that point, I don't know. I don't know if there is an option with Time Crisis on like a shooter box or something. Just get the shooter box.
Yeah, just do a retro shooter box on a 75-inch TV and call it. It had that as an option. Don't put that in the OneUp. It just looks really weird. I don't know. Long and short, guys, there's rumors, a must, flying in the air.
None of them are true. Everybody's crazy.
Don't listen to us. No, I mean, something's coming. We're going to be here. Everybody's channel is going to be here to kind of let you guys know, give our 2 cents. I mean, that's why you watch each and every one of us. It doesn't matter who's first. We want everybody's intake and people tune in.
No, it does matter who's first. Like I will go on record to say,
explain to him,
19K Fox delivered that news first earlier. It was Fox first.
Damn it.
That's so funny. Hey, like you said earlier, PD7, you want to tune into some wacky stuff. He'll just throw stuff. We'll get a Marvel Punisher cam.
Look at us, though. Look at what we're trying to pitch.
Hey, that's factual, like, shit that's going down. That's actual evidence. There's zero evidence that supports that we're getting a Punisher cam.
I love PD7. He's so so excited for this stuff, and he wants stuff to happen. And like we were all at that point too. Like you would just look at it and you'd be like, wait a minute, this is possible, or someone else said this. And like no shade thrown at him at all. It's just 19K Fox wrote me the other day, and Fox, I'm sorry, I'm doxing you. He wrote me and he was like, "So is PD7 delusional?"
No,
or just really excited and stuff, right? And I was like, he's just a super nice guy who's excited.
I feel like he's young me, and then I understood that. Oh yeah, Arcade1up can't just make this cab.
What do you mean he's young? You PD7's like 65 years old.
Yeah, he actually is older, which is weird.
He's chill. You. So, that's what you mean.
Just as reference here, PD7's actually almost 10 years older than me. That is insanity when I heard that. So he's a little bit older and he's doing that. There's no way I'm not doing a walk and talk at the age of 38. I was like,
if I let you do a walk and talk, you would do a damn walk.
No, I don't want to do the walk and talk. It's just too much work. I'd rather just sit in my big comfy chair right now and tell you guys live.
Man, he does great on those videos. Like those videos get lots of views, and like they're really interesting. He does a really good job. Like I love what PD7 does with his walk and talks. Super nice guy. And he's so excited and enthusiastic for it. Same reason I like you, Danny. Like you're enthusiastic, you're excited for this stuff too. I always make jokes because they're always like, "Oh, you come on just to, what is it? Crush their dreams." That's not at all. It's just I'm just trying to add some the other side to it to say like take your theory and then put some I don't know what it is to it.
Contents to it. Trust me, we've been there, and me and my wife were like, dude, why can't they come out with like a Cuber? Like that just makes sense. Top 5 arcade selling game. And then you start to realize, you peel back the onion. Oh yeah, it's the retailers that own Arcade1up. Okay. And then it's cost this much, it costs that so
I will say I might have something coming up pretty soon for people, some interesting stuff, and Cuber might be involved in it. So stay tuned.
Oh, it's modding Mike back in the building.
No. This is not modding. I won't say anything more than that.
This is why you're not allowed to do this.
Hold on, Mike. Hold on, Mike. Now you have one of the best sounders where John D's dancing in the wind. I got to get that one, but we have a sounder here that I got to play for you. So this is it, guys. This is it right here. Here we go. There you go, guys. You heard it first. Let's go. And we got a $2 super chat from Kevin Clausen. Says, I heard OneUp is doing the Taste of Chicago this year. That would be cool. Like,
are you going to Pinball Expo? Like I will be honest. I'm going. I'm hoping to go. Like that's the plan right now, but I'm more interested in not doing like the tours and stuff like that. I'm interested in going, but I really want to go to Galloping Ghost and like go have a bunch of drinks and play like a bunch of arcade games. Did you guys talk about it at all?
Well, let's see. Let's see. Here we go, guys. Live in the building. Honey, is that something you want to make happen?
Well, we would have children attached to us.
That's okay.
Bob Boyf brought his kids the first time we went to Chicago. It was amazing. We went and hung out with the kids. They played the grid with us. It was great.
Yeah,
you haven't met our kids.
Well,
Like
if we gotta tap out a couple hours late, then it is what it is. But do you want to at least try?
Maybe we'll see.
Like you're
Okay,
relatively
there you
close
go.
too, aren't you?
Yeah,
about like an hour and 20 minutes,
from
maybe.
Chicago.
Yeah,
Hour.
it's all right.
We're like a
I've
half
got to
an
come
hour.
from the North Pole to make it. You're like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
he's
damn
gotta
near
get on a
hour away.
fucking ferry.
He's literally like getting reindeer to like take his sleigh away. Yeah, Mike, it's insane. I don't want to dox anybody here, but your wife has got to move the family business to the States. I'm sorry. Like, it's time to sell the building, and you gotta, like, honest to God, you guys are missing out on so much life.
All my life, I wanted to live in the U.S. First opportunity I got at because I was like a summer camp counselor, like as every summer. That's what I do for like my summer job. And then one summer I aged out. I couldn't do it anymore for the place I was at. And I got an opportunity I saw online to actually go work at a U.S. summer camp. And like, that was my dream, to go live in the U.S. I love it. I love it there. Like, the food tastes better. The weather's better. Everything's better. But, family, stuff like that. I would love to live down there.
I feel like U.S. wants to go to Canada.
Yeah.
We want all the benefits.
We kind of want to get out of here, buddy. Like, honest to God.
Swap.
Like,
we'll house swap.
It's too much sometimes. It's too much sometimes. Yeah, I understand. Guys, on that note, I appreciate everybody stopping by. Mike, stay here for a little bit. We're going to end the stream, guys. Guys, leave a comment down below. What do you guys think is coming? Is anything coming? Is the half Frankenstein monster cab coming? I mean, Mrs. Cornercade and Mike B both believe that there's some kind of Frankenstein of brewing, whether it's going to be a Deluxe XL. Who knows, guys? Give this video a like on your way out. For everybody on the panel, this is Danny, Mike B, and Mrs. Cornercade from the Cornercade guys. We love you all. Support you all. Give a like on your way out. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.